More than 4,000 books are now at the fingertips of every Weslaco ISD student. That program is called MyOn Reader. It's a complete literacy solution that reinvents student reading. Providing anytime, anywhere access to thousands of books, MyOn helps students find books they like based on their reading level and their individual interests. Superintendent Dr. Ruben Alejandro's 21st century vision is taking shape with the help of MyOn. Dr. Alejandro decided to provide a 3-year pilot to help not only students at Weslaco ISD, but also all children in the city of Weslaco. Dr. Alejandro's Weslaco Reads initiative is to get children between the ages of 0 to 3 to read before they enter school.
31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Which one? Is it this one? 36.
We get kids usually around pre-K 4. That's when they first start coming to our schools. So we wanted to target kids before they get to our schools, pre-K 4, so that they can start developing reading skills, so that when we get them, we won't have to teach that, but kind of go ahead and start working with them and promoting them and have them accelerate at a much faster rate.
The success of the program has already been seen. Before the program was available to the entire Weslaco community, one principal decided to give the program a try and get the students at her campus to read during the summer break.
Every year I would invite the kids at the last assemblies that we have of the year. The parents are there, and I would invite them to come over, that we're here most of the summer, that they want to check out books. I'll check out books for them. They can bring them back when school starts. Nobody comes. So I did the same thing with iPads and the MyOn, and I actually had people come.
As the campus was trying to incorporate technology in the classroom with their school budget, Ms. Hernandez bought 65 iPads. After buying the tablet, she began to think how she would use these devices to help her students read.
My intent, because it just seemed like if they have some kind of a device, they're excited no matter what they're doing. So I thought, well, maybe to get them excited about reading, we could do something with the iPads for reading.
That's when she was approached by a MyOn representative.
She started telling us about it and how it works, and we were so excited. I mean, that was perfect. It's like someone from above had said, okay, you need to talk to this lady.
Hernandez says she has seen an increase in reading at her campus. She has campus-wide contests, and she says the participation is unbelievable. She says technology is changing the way students learn, and she's excited for the change.
Just using the devices, becoming acquainted with the technology, using ebooks, all of that, makes them 21st century learners.
Hernandez's favorite thing about MyOn is the data provided by the program. Not only can the program monitor the students' completion of the books they've read, it also features quizzes and tests from the Accelerated Reader program.
Many of our students know more about the technology than their teachers. So, they actually show the teachers, well, if you do this or you do that, and so they're both learning together.
According to Weslaco ISD's English and Language Arts strategist, Mary Moreno, getting students to read before they come to school is exactly what the district needs.
We're seeing that with the new accountability system, the STAR assessment, the rigor of the assessment is there. Part of the rigor that the state has done is that they increased the amount of vocabulary words that they use. When a child comes to school, if they have zero access to vocabulary words or words in general, then that's where our teachers are starting at. They're starting at what we call ground zero.
Dr. Alejandro and Mary Moreno are aware that a number of students in the district are below grade level when it comes to reading. Both know this new initiative will help cut the problem at the root.
I actually researched and studied that if the kids go to preschool beforehand, then they are from 9 to 12 months ahead of the ball game. So then for us with MyOn, if we provide it for the 0 to 3-year-olds, then our kids will come in ahead as opposed to behind.
MyOn is available on desktops, laptops, tablets, and any other mobile device. The company provides access to any child in Weslaco to read more than 4,000 books online through a program for free. Administrators know electronic devices can be expensive, but believe parents will make the investment if it benefits their child's education.
Parents know that if it's something to help their children, they're going to go for it. And I think that that's what we're trying to promote. This is what we have. We're offering this for free for your kids so that they can, in turn, when they come to school, be ready and be ahead of the ballgame as opposed to behind.
Administrators are also aware not everyone has an internet connection at home. Students are allowed to bring their devices to their campuses to use the internet. Students can download as many as 21 books, then go home and read them. Logging on to Mayan is actually quite easy. All you have to do is go to your browser and type in www.mayan.com. When you're on the home page, click on Login Now. Where it says school name, you'll type in 0. Automatically, a drop-down menu will pop out and you'll click on Weslaco 0 to age 3 program. Your username is Weslaco and your password is Reads, R-E-A-D-S. And students can choose from any genre of books. Weslaco Reads is an initiative Dr. Alejandro, the school district, and the Weslaco community are using to reach out to children pre-birth to 3 years old.
We came up with a pilot program, and the company was willing to provide it for us so that we can go ahead and target young children before they get to school.
Weslaco ISD is working to build a partnership with local hospitals, daycares, libraries, and Head Start programs to help provide access citywide. We spoke to several local daycare centers already using the program. As of February 2014, a total of 31 daycares have spoken to Weslaco administrators about Mayan and have begun incorporating the program into their curriculum.
But I'd be happy to judge a friendly competition.
They had a meeting just to let us know about the program, how it worked. They really wanted the daycares to start using it with the kids that were coming from school and with our smaller kids that are, able to use the computer or any kind of electronics.
Esmeralda Reyes is the director of Precious Daycare. She agrees with the Weslaco Reads initiative. She says she will do anything she can to make sure her students succeed.
We are a learning center, and our goal is to help the kids get to, when they start pre-K, we want them to already know their ABCs, their numbers, their colors, their shapes, whatever they're going to be learning in pre-K. It's very important to us that when they get there, they're there.
You want to take the AR test?
The daycare centers we spoke to say they have limited resources right now, but only having a couple of computers available to their children is not going to stop them from doing all they can to get their students ready for their first day of school.
Said, we're starting with the kids that are gonna go into the Weslaco Independent School District, right? And if they already come in knowing the program, knowing what Mayan is, being excited to read, it would make a difference for the kids once they start school, even pre-K, even if they're not reading it, they'd at least have an idea of where to start when it came to reading.
We have a program today called Voices of Literacy. Okay, and one of the things that they wanted to do was make the different districts in the valley aware of Mayan reading. What we wanted to do is we wanted to share with other districts. And some of the reactions that we're getting from some of the participants is that they're excited. They want to propose it at their district. We have several superintendents here, okay, in attendance, and of course assistant superintendents for curriculum and instruction, and curriculum directors, and I think we even have a couple of teachers. But again, there's enough of an interest.
Mayan just fits right into it.
Well, this is a good session that is being hosted by Weslaco ISD, because it's interesting how Weslaco is already getting ahead by providing reading in the early childhood from 0 to 3 and incorporating technology. So this is a good step for the rest of us school districts around the valley to pick up on, and also try to bring in reading and technology as early as possible, like Weslaco is doing it from 0 to 3. And this is a great idea. It's a great concept to have in all our schools, because it's important to incorporate technology and reading as early as possible.
Well, this was a wonderful opportunity to share ideas and what we're trying to do to move literacy forward in, I guess, the entire Rio Grande Valley. We know it's a fundamental skill that children have to be successful. And we also know that even though there's lots of technology, we know at this present time that we're needing to prepare children for jobs that really don't exist. but we know that the core of any job is that you have to be able to read.
Let me tell you, coming from a very small district and as the instructional leader, I was excited about being here. I knew that my time is very limited, but in sitting here and first of all, just listening to the testimonials before it even got started and what people are doing and how they've taken it to a different level, the Mayan, going to be very beneficial in my district. Very, very beneficial. It's simple, all it takes is really the people to get it going, but the need is there and it's exciting.
I like the concept that Weslaco has of 0 to 3 with Mayan and technology and reading, because that's how our students are learning today, is by having technology and a device, and if they have the device, those kids are going to read, and that's going to be their motivator and their motivation to have that device and get the kids to read. And if we get them to read, that's how they're going to be more academically successful.
When they said about, McAllen, of course, they have their one-to-one, and I know that because of the size of my district, that might be impossible. But then when I listened to Dr. Alejandro speak about, bring your own device, well, that is something that I'm already looking into. Maybe it can be a combination depending on the grade level.
We're always looking for innovative resources and what we can do to meet all our children, whether they be in a dual language program, whether they be in an all English program, whether they be in special ed, where they have special needs. And we also know that we need to support our families. So we want to be able to find something that'll reach out and be interactive, not just for the children, but for the parents as well. We know that parents are our first teachers in the home, and we want to instill that.
The parents and the community are also a critical factor. So everybody has to be saying how valuable education is, how important 21st century is. And then all of us together, will make this child successful. There's a Chinese proverb that kind of relates to this, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it's the same thing. It takes a whole community, okay? Community meaning everybody, the city, the school, everybody, helping to make this child successful, every single child. So parents, community, the whole district, every single person is important for the success of every single one of our students.
Dr. Alejandro's goal is to get children to start reading early to improve the success rate of graduating seniors. As Weslaco ISD continues to empower the 21st century learner, Dr. Alejandro's approach to transition into digital learning is all because he knows Weslaco ISD students are the future. He says one day they will change the world. For KWES TV, I'm Heather Arevalo.